If you're someone familiar with the gym, at some point you've probably experienced a shoulder injury or a niggle of some sort. These feel like they can come out of completely nowhere. Be it through months or years of heavy pressing without warm-up, bad form or bad posture, shoulder injuries plague us all and severely hold us back from reaching our potential. So today I'm getting some treatment and visiting my dear friend and sports therapist, Sam Dando. Sam has been in the industry for years as a fully qualified sports therapist, personal trainer and lifelong drug-free competing bodybuilder. During his career, he has seen clan after clan coming in with an array of impingements, injuries, imbalances, and mobility issues. And there's no better person to go to, in my opinion, when attempting to diagnose and fix the most common problems of all, shoulder injuries. So we are here today with Sam. What's the official term of your role? Sports therapist?
Sports therapist.
Can you make it sound any more technical?
Part-time PT.
Part-time teacher.
Sports therapist, manual therapist.
So we're here today. Most common thing that most guys get is bad shoulder. That's sore. And that's sore. And getting on the bar, that's sore. So we've got a professional, not a dickhead like me. We've got a professional today to diagnose what the issue could be and also how to potentially fix it through mobility and various other exercises. So Sam, what would be the most common shoulder injury you see or problems you see from a daily basis from clients?
Typically it'd be, so your shoulder comprises of 4 muscles. That's why we're not going to go through all of them because it'd be a bit of a minefield, it'd be a bit vague. But you have a main muscle called your infraspinatus. So that's,
whereabouts is that in?
So it's a fan-shaped muscle and it comes from the infraspinous fossa around by here and inserts into the tubercle of the humerus.
So it's actually coming from the back then?
So it's like a fan shape. And it comes from here, starts around here, and inserts into the humerus itself.
Okay.
So its function is to stabilize the humeral joint. Its action is to externally rotate and some lateral rotation.
Right, okay.
So when we start seeing problems, let's take external rotation for example, if you've ever been under a barbell to do a back squat, you ever seen anyone sort of like their hand is further down one side of the bar, or they just look a bit awkward, or even both sides, they just can't get comfortable under there. That could be an infraspinatus issue.
Right.
Or if you're benching or military pressing and you're feeling a bit of pain around
that's the most
front
common
delt,
one.
most common one
at the minute,
front delt, even around this sort of like bony prominence here, that could be an infraspinatus, so a bit of a pathology going on there.
Essentially any kind of, this can affect in any kind of pain and pressing as well.
Yes.
So is this any sort of, is it, because you hear a lot of people sort of talking about rotator cuff, usually anytime shoulder injuries come into it or pain, the first thing people talk about is one with the rotator cuffs. Is there rotator cuffs in this equation whatsoever? Is this what's causing the pain, rotator cuff, or is it just generally the shoulder joint?
It's generally what's happening is that muscle is quite lengthened and it's inhibited. It's not working the way it needs to, so it's referring pain elsewhere. That's why even though this could be the problem, we tend to feel it here, you know. Yeah.
So if you have this, right, and most of us, you know, the majority of us are dickheads in the gym, egos, where we try to lift a bit more, we get the shoulder injuries and we keep going on because obviously, you know, you don't want to come in the next week and, oh fuck, I'll lift lighter. It feels like you're undoing progress. So let's go back. How do you think most cases this has actually occurred in the first place for people?
I would say bad posture. Not that I'm allowed to say bad posture, but it is a thing. So if you are sat at a desk all day, 8 hours a day, slumping the shoulders, this can tighten our lats, or this can really inhibit some of these posterior muscles there. So if you've ever seen anyone with poor sort of slump posture, watch them try and do a side raise. They tend to make it look like that, and whether they feel it, they don't feel it in the delts, they feel it the traps.
Traps, yeah, right, you know? Yeah, that makes sense.
So it's more a case of bad posture causing muscles to stay on length, and they start to just become inhibited, and other things start to take over then, you know. That's where it comes from basically. I would say weakness from our day-to-day lives, whether we're sitting, driving, sitting and work, these muscles don't get worked the way they need to.
Is there any, do you think any exercises cause it as well? So say for example, people overbench, maybe a heavy flat bench press for example, maybe heavy shoulder military presses, anything like that could cause it as well, or do you think it's mainly solely down to just pure posture and the sort of daily life now that most people do have office jobs and work from home and stuff?
Yeah, I would say aside from the posture issue, it's imbalances. So the most people I see struggling with it are the 21-year-old lads who want to train chest and arms every day. They walk through my treatment room and they're like this.
So it's imbalances?
It's imbalances. They have just very poor back, mid-back, posterior delt development, because they want to focus on the muscles they can see in the mirror, which is their arms and chest. And it leaves them with this sort of posture then, you know. And that's where it comes about, basically. That's where it comes
about. Okay, so what we're going to do is, so now we've diagnosed it and potentially where the pain is coming from for you. So let's go in to the exercise room and see how we can fix this through mobility and strengthening exercises. Yeah?
Sounds good.
Let's go.
We can test if there's any sort of pathologies going on with the infraspinatus with a simple test here. So I'm going to ask you to just bring your hands into 90-90 like this, okay? And I want you to do some external rotation, so you're going to press into my palms, okay? Now, if there was a weakness there, I could overcome, Carl. So basically, if there was this side was poor, I'd be able to push right in. Or they might even cause some pain, usually around here, right down to there, okay, basically. So you haven't tested positive for that, but if someone has been, say, squatting, and their squat is looking really awkward on one side, and I did that test, and for them to resist me there, cause them pain, that would be a positive for some tendinopathy for the infraspinatus, okay?
So that's an easy one. So you could even do that. You get someone just pretty much.
You literally just do that. So it's just some abduction, flexing the arms 90-90, and you're just trying to resist there. Okay? You can do another one as well where you're just doing abduction.
So same thing if you push down on either and I resist. Okay.
That would bring in another muscle into play as well, which is called supraspinatus. But yeah, that would be a positive if you had some pain to try and resist, or you just had no power. Okay, that would be a positive.
Right, great. So I'm okay. So if someone tests positive for this, right? We give them a few weeks to live.
No.
Put them down.
Yeah, put them down.
Here's the injection. Yeah. Go to sleep. You're not good for anything. No, well, let's say, so someone tests positive, exercises so we can fix this. What would you say would be, let's pick a top three. Can we just go
we'll do a top three. We'll do a top three. One will involve dumbbells, one will involve the bar, and one will involve some Insta-Ho hip bands.
Okay.
First one we're going to do, basically do like a modified Cuban press with dumbbells, all right? Okay. If you do have a weakness with that side of your rotator cuff, what you want to do, you can even do this with a can of beans. Like, it does not take much weight. You're going to lean on a bench, this sort of incline. From there, we're going to do a row. We're going to externally rotate. We're going to try and reach straight out. We're going to come back and go back to start. So if you treat it as a 4-part movement, 1, 2, 3, 4, back to start. 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 3 will be the most difficult phase because you'll naturally start to drop. But we're really trying to keep a nice, we want to be parallel to the floor with the arm there before we press out. We don't want to deviate that way, okay? So that'll be the first one. Just a modified Cuban press. The other one will be scapular pulls. So this isn't a pull-up. It's not as difficult as that. It's a very, very subtle movement where we're just aiming to go up slightly, and I want you to think about your scapula doing this, good, and then down, rather than our arms. Our arms shouldn't be appearing to be doing much at all. So we're going to go up the way and sink back down. So basically when we're going up, we're trying to almost feel like we're lining our traps an inch below where they are originally, okay? So we're going to go up there and bring it back down. Let's just do one more. Back down, good. That's going to open up the lats, which will actually help with the infraspinatus as well. Next exercise, I would actually get this implemented for someone with an SA injury, but this, for infraspinatus, we can do it this way. So, we're going to get a plastic hip band. Don't get a material one, it'll be too much resistance, so we're gonna use a plastic one. We're gonna create some abduction, keep the tension there. We're gonna press our forearms against the wall there, and we're gonna go up, back to start, up, back to start. We're gonna perform that 10 times per side.
So there are 3 ways that you can do to fix any potential shoulder impingements, or the most popular ones. Thank you, Sam. Please comment below if you have any other similar injuries, or if you give these a go and it's worked for you, then please comment and let us know. Like and subscribe if you liked it, but until next time,